big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to another episode of the American Idiot Show, episode 73. I was corrected today. It's not 74.
I thought it was 72.
I thought, I don't know. What do I know? Do I know anything? Not much. Yeah, which is why
you don't have the answers, DJ.
Do you have the answer?
You don't have the answer.
Tony, do you have the
don't have the answer.
You don't have the answer either.
You don't have the answer.
I don't have the answers, which is why we had to bring on my guy, Tony Claude Gutter TV back. He is my co-host, my co-panelist on Sarcasm City TV on Wednesday nights. Tony, how you doing, bro? You good?
See, I'm back again to the American Idiot Show. See, guys, I've been placed on temporary ban on this channel, by my friend. Not on this channel anyway, I'm a friend of this channel. I've been placed on a ban on the American Idiot Show, because of,
It's just been a while. There was
I dare mention that we're gonna win the league last season. And then TJ said, no. He's going off. He's going off. How dare he? How dare he?
Are we going to win the league this season, Tony?
I mean, if it's left for Oregon Gunner, he's my guy, of course. He'll want to listen to that, but TJ won't want to listen to that crap. But you know what? Yeah, guys, I'm back. And it's lovely to see TJ down here. Of course, you guys know I do lots of stuff with him on Sarcasm TV, brother.
Sure.
And of course, Oregon Gunner, my bigger brother, because I do, a very, very amazing show with him on my own channel. And see, Oregon Gunner is a very special person to me personally because of what he did for me on my channel, man. This guy single-handedly helped me on that channel, when things were going to be quite rough. Always stood for me, man. Big up to you, Oregon Gunner. It's nice to join you guys. Yeah, let's have a classy show. Big ups to, the guys who are, on my own channel. Carl, Russes, Zane, Aces, Jaminho. Big up to you guys. Yeah, Sideline Football Show. Liverpool fan, big up to you, man. And see ya, guys. American Idiot Show. I'm here. Where's the party at?
The party's right here, and we're hoping that Doughboy joins us a little bit later. We did send him the link, but I don't know if if Ireland swallowed him whole. Who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows? But we do got incredible people on right now. Dow, Tony, my brothers. We got everybody in the chat. Big up everybody that's already here. Jaminho, Sideline Football, like I said. My guy, freaking Carl Rossi. It's been a while, my friend. I hope you're well. Lenny Moon's here. Lenny Moon is here. My guy. Oh, yes. So yeah, we're here, boys. We're here. Let's talk a little footy. We're on international break. I think it's a little too early to be too excited about an international break. But Dow, what do you think, man? I didn't even let you shout yourself out, bro. Like, how are you doing, man? You good?
I'm fine. Yeah, another Friday. Ready to get the show going. I know we're
beautiful.
A little bit late. Sorry for all the viewers, but here we go.
And it's my fault, by the way. It's my fault. Work has been crazy. My fault, guys. My fault. You're late.
Really busy the last 3 or 4 days, but other than that, great to be here. Yeah, let's dive into it.
Yeah. So, Tony, last time you were on the channel, as you said, you said I banned you from the channel because you said we were going to win the league, which is factually incorrect, but very funny. Are we going to win the league, or are we going to win any trophies?
No, it's this season? Man, you see, TJ, everything touched him. He's an emotional man. But you know what? Yeah, I was just joking with him, and he took everything literally, like, seriously. Bro, come on, man. Where are your Harry Potters? Come on, I'm just joking, man.
Oh my God!
I was never banned from this channel. It's just,
you hear the question, Tony? He asked you a question if you thought that
you guys win the league. Yeah, I'm down here. I'm happy to boot my boys. TJ, my boy, way back. Nice. Oregon Gunner, way back. It's just family down here, man.
Tony, are we going to win? Are we going to win any trophies? Are we going to win any trophies?
We're doing Watch Your Longs on my channel.
Yeah. Tony, listen to the question. Don't get distracted. Are we going to win the league?
Come on, man. Why? Why asking that kind of
He's got a bit of a
question? Come
delay.
on,
A
man.
little bit of a delay.
Nah. Come on. I mean, let's get deeper into the league season, man. But as it is, we've not done business. That should win us the trophy or the trophies. Because see, man, we also have to go for cup competitions. That's one thing we have to do this season. We have to go for cup competitions. I know this manager doesn't actually desire any of all these cup competitions. He's shown it. There's a history, there's a trail. He goes out of these competitions, uh, you know, in lieu of the Premiership, and he got bested twice by Man City, the superior team, and that's the position we're in right now. Let's just concentrate on these injuries, yeah, that are beginning to creep into this Arsenal team. I just heard that Calafiore, is injured. Of course, he just limped off that matchup, Italy versus France, of which they're actually losing. I heard Julian Timber is injured. I also heard that Martin Odegaard is playing with a serious injury. See, guys, yeah, it's not even the fourth game of the league, and everyone is dropping like flies. And Oregon, at least you would agree with me. We're already light from the kind of business we did in the summer transfer window. We let out Rhys Nelson. We sold out Emmy Smith Rowe, and look at him. Look at what he's doing at Fulham. And all these guys, yeah, they're all out. Fabio Vieira is also out. So we don't even have human shields. That's what I call them. Human shields. They don't play. They don't have starting berth in this team. So they're just human shields. But again, we did have the human shields last season. Right now, the human shields are off. So and right now, injuries are beginning to creep in. We're left with the Jorginhos. Oh my days.
We're not losing to Tottenham, Acers. Big up, Acers. We're not losing to Tottenham, bro. We're not losing to them. We're not.
I mean, my biggest thing is like
TJ, you don't know.
I
You
know.
don't know.
We're not losing to them.
No,
Go.
TJ, you don't know.
I
You
know.
don't know.
I do
Well,
know.
TJ, you don't know. You
Oh
don't
my
know.
Tony! Don't make me do
You
it.
don't have the. You don't have the answers, TJ.
Do you have the
You
answer?
don't.
Every time
TJ,
you say
we're
I don't
fucking
know,
like
I'm just gonna
flies.
play that clip.
Oh my days! Odegaard is injured. Julian
You don't.
Timber is injured. Calafiori has left.
I need to go look that
He's
up. Is
injured.
Odegaard really injured? Is Odegaard really injured, or is he just having a
He's
bad run of
playing
form?
through injury. He's playing through an injury right
he
now.
got cracked then at Brighton and pretty bad, worse than we thought.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
So
It looked like
we're
it's
in big problems. Kai Havertz can't even, score certain kind of goals. See, man, I don't know. Martinelli's dishing out stinkers. I mean, Oregon Gunner, man.
Well, in
I
reference
don't
to
know,
the
man.
derby,
The proof
I
is in
think
the
that
pudding.
the only thing Arteta needs to do is change up the formation. If we can have Party and Jorginho in front of the back four, I think we stand a decent chance. But the thing is, if he goes to a 4-3-3, I think there's a chance that we'll get overrun without Rice in there. There's no strength on the left side, but I doubt Arteta's going to change the formation. So I'm not too worried we're going to get beat by Tottenham, but I think we stand a very good chance of drawing with them. But they could slide one by us 2-1. I don't know, 3-2. But without Rice, I don't, but again, like I've said before, and I think it was on your show or Jazz or somebody's, that this is a test we're going to have to get through. We're going to have to learn to play without our best players, so to speak, right? We have an excruciating schedule ahead of us. Obviously, the coming up games in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And then I think we go into a phase of playing Ipswich and Everton, teams like that. I think I saw Ipswich on the schedule. And then we go back to getting, to the top 6, top 8 teams again. So to think that we're going to get through this season, specifically with changes in the Champions League, like TJ's mentioned 100 times about the new schedule and how grueling that's going to be. I just think why we're not going to win the league is because we just don't have enough depth and again, experience depth. And, that goes to Raheem Sterling. I've been asking, this TJ and Tony on both of these shows, your show too, Tony, as well, that I've been wanting experienced depth. But Raheem Sterling is not the depth I asked for, right? That's not looking at, especially when I hear Rabiot going to United and things like that.
Yeah,
that
Rabiot's
really upsets me
garbage.
even more. Well, but it's better than Vieira. Again, it's a notch better, and we don't know what he's going to be like in the Prem, right? He's kind of dusty. I get that, but so was Raheem
We need
Sterling.
human shields. We need human shields at the club.
We need, but you mean we just need warm bodies. We just need warm bodies. We just need warm bodies right now.
But Rabiot has European experience too,
TJ. Hey, yo.
Rabiot is not the baller, TJ, but it is a European experience, and it's not like I want to sign him up on a 5-year contract. But then I don't want to pull Adu shit either, right? So there's just, it's just, I don't know. I just think we don't have to win the league because we're going to have injuries and we don't have the experience depth.
I don't think we're going to win the league regardless, but I think it's looking a lot longer now.
Some of that, I think we stand still a pretty good chance once we're all healthy. But there's still a lot of football to play. I mean, we're 3 weeks in and we're already kind of down in it, but I get it because it's the same merry-go-round that we've all been through. But at the same time, guys, there's a shit ton of football to play. All it takes is a few injuries here or there for Liverpool City, and they'll have a different squad makeup, right? That's not to say we're going to outplay them.
I mean,
right? I mean, saying that we got to take a bit of a long view. I think, as always, we're all upset at Arteta. We're upset at Edu because we hear now that they've actually passed on like Osimhen. Like he was literally offered to us and we said no. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So that really upsets me. And he goes to Galatasaray within 30 seconds. That's the shit that I'm more mad about now. I'm not too concerned about this Rice thing. Remember, he's not injured. It's just a stupid mistake that he made, and he'll just be out for that one game. But, I'm worried about Odegaard because we don't really have a backup for that, and Wari's not ready. But maybe we switch things around. Again, a 4-2-3-1 with Partey and Jorginho in front of the back four will slow down their attack in midfield. It will put a stop to that Tottenham attack. We've seen it before several times over the last 4 or 5 years, as long as Jorginho and Partey have been together. We've seen them work together a few times with Tottenham, and it's always been a pretty good result. Maybe there's a loss and a draw in there, but we cannot lose. That's the thing. If he sets us up in some way to be a little more defensive and we draw without Rice, I'm going to be disappointed, but I understand it because, again, it's only the 4th week of football.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, TJ. Yeah, see, Oregon, you raised some quite great points, but at the start of your statement, you mentioned something. Maybe Mikel Arteta might switch things up and switch the players up and and all that good stuff. But again, Oregon TJ, the only technically gifted player that we have right now in that team is Kai Havertz. Arsenal don't have any other technically gifted player right now that you can use technically to actually switch things up in that team.
Right.
And that shows you the state that Arsenal is in right now. We can't afford to switch things up because Kai Havertz is the only natural technically gifted player that we have. I'm not talking of in terms of quality. I'm talking of in terms of his technicality. You could be able to push him slightly backwards to play in that 8 position. I know he's shit, but again, he could still give you something out of that position in a way. You could still, put him in advanced spaces in your number 9. He could play behind the striker.
4-3-3?
He's the only technical player that we have. I can't really say we have any other technically gifted player right now, and that's a testament to the quality that we have in that team. Yeah, it's good and okay when the Ballon d'Or is raising hell and putting in 4 Arsenal players in that list. Yeah, but again, you look at it. Yeah, I mean, if you're a real one, you look at it. It doesn't take much for you to really understand that we don't have world-class quality down there, but maybe just 1 or 2 that are getting into that position of world-class. But I mean, we're not there yet. And again, see, TJ
John is the only world-class player out there.
You guys. Let me shock you guys a little bit. Yeah, We did not go to get a striker. Yeah. And this striker I'm about to tell you is Victor Gyökeres. TJ, Oregon Gunner, in September alone, guess how many goals Victor Gyökeres already has?
Didn't he get like something crazy, like 8 or something like that?
Oh, you're right. Dang. You're right on point,
TJ
my
does
brother.
have all the
He
answers.
has 8 goals.
I have one
already
answer.
in September. Let that marinate into the program.
Portuguese
He
league.
already has 8
Portuguese,
goals.
Tony.
This September
I want to see
alone.
Gyökeres do it against Brighton, though, right? If we couldn't get against Brighton, there's no guarantee.
You know
that
what?
Gyökeres
Yeah,
can
he
do it
already
against
has
Brighton
5
either.
assists. So we passed off a striker, a deadly striker who he's proven himself last season. He's proven himself again. He has actually proven himself in England. But again, let's don't go into that conversation. Let's just face what's facing us right now. 8 goals, 5 assists in September alone. Victor Gyökeres. And he did not score these goals against the Minnows in Portugal. He scored these goals against FC Porto, Rio Ave, Nacional,
Hey, Tony, but my point is,
Farense.
when Gyökeres is getting kicked all over the pitch against Brighton, is he going to be able to replicate that? The defense in the Premier League is a lot stronger, Tony, than you know. I know Porto's good,
but he has to come in. But he has to come in to prove himself.
I see your point, right?
He has to come in.
I get your point, but again, it's like I think I'm at the point now that we've had those opportunities this summer and we haven't done it. So it's on them, right? It's on Edu and Arteta for not getting the job done. But I still debate which striker is really going to be it, right? Is Osimhen going to do it? Maybe. Was Gyökeres the one doing it? Is Jonathan David? I don't know. But I'm not willing to. I can see where Edu's saying they're not going to spend $100 million on that guy, bro. They're just not going to do it. And Sporting have no other option, right? I mean, maybe they got some kid in the wings, but who's going to go to Sporting after even they collect all that money?
Yeah, no, that's true.
I see what you're saying, Tony, and I want Gyökeres too, but I don't want to spend $100 million and have this cat come in and score 3 goals, right? And then we're back to square one, and we've just lost $100 million, just like City have on
but again, you have to try. But again, you have to try. You can't say, "Hey,
we're taking enough flyers on people from the prep from the." We've taken a fly on too many people from the Portuguese league. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not. After the Fabio Vieira disaster, like, I wasn't too upset we didn't give Victor Gyökeres.
Name me a more deadly striker than Victor Gyökeres right now in Europe.
Victor Osimhen, Marcus Thuram.
I mean, his numbers is shit. His numbers is shit compared to Victor Gyökeres.
Oh, come on!
In terms of technicality,
are we talking about available ones? Are we talking about available ones? Because Ivan Toney, we let go to Saudi. He would have bagged at least 15 for us.
I never thought he'd come to ours.
Yeah, Ivan Toney. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
no,
but
I see your point, Tony. But if it's 60 million on Gyökeres or 50 million, yes. But 100 million on a very unproven Premier League striker, I get what you're saying. The 8 goals, that's phenomenal. But there's no, again, Tony, you and I have been over this. There's no guarantee, bro, that he will perform like that in an Arteta setup, right? Right? That's the thing. And that's 100 mil, bro. If it was 45, 50 mil, yes, take a sniff on it, take a punt on it. But 100 mil for a striker that's really not like the world's top 5 even. I just can't see that. I know, Tony.
But I mean, if your problem,
will not pull the trigger on that.
Oregon, if your problem is the pricing, then talk to the market. Talk to the market.
Right.
We have Dominic.
But there's the Arsenal tax as well.
Leaving Bournemouth for 65 to 70 million pounds. What are we talking about here? And he just had a good season just last season. I mean, what are we talking about? The market is overinflated. That's a given. We already know this. If a striker like Solanke is leaving for about 65, 70 million, then come on, man. We have one of the most deadliest strikers in Europe in the last 2 seasons.
And that's a good argument.
Going for 100 million.
That's a very good argument.
It's not a far shout.
Spurs are desperate.
It's not a far shout to spend on that kind of quality.
But Spurs are very desperate, Tony, just to get anyone in. We have to be choosy because again, we spent 65 million even on the wrong player, even though we did spend that on Havertz. Havertz's return last season, the beginning of this year, turned out to be a decent deal, right? And he's already scored a couple goals this season. So, I mean, I'm just at the point now where it's like we passed up on Osimhen. We didn't solidify Gyökeres, which I would have been fine for. I mean, less money, but you're right. At the end of the day, the money's the money. But we just, we just have to. I still think the jury's out on Kai Havertz still. I want to see what this kid can do. But the problem is if it comes towards January and he's only got like 6 goals and we're sitting 4th, then it's like, then they will identify a striker. I truly believe that we don't have a striker because we have Kai Havertz. And because we have Trossard, we can play there. We have Martinelli, we can play at that position. And I think that's their outlook. And I just say that's my opinion. I'm not trying to say that's fact, right? But it pisses me off when Osimhen says, "Oh, I had all these bids come in, but it was, nobody really kind of followed through," right? I mean, Napoli didn't give a shit who they sold him to, right? They didn't care. They just wanted him out of the club immediately. So if we would have come in with a $65 million bid, they probably would have taken it. And he would have gone to Arsenal over Galatasaray any day. So we really fucked up on that one. But again, there's no guarantee that Osimhen is going to come in there and be a barn burner either. A lot of people in our fan base don't want him.
That's for
They think he just jumps around a lot.
I was doubtful about Osimhen's ability to repeat what he does in Serie A.
He's fragile. He gets knocked down a lot, but he's quick, bro. He's like a gazelle. He has an eye for goal. He has a foot like no one else's, and he can pick out a pass. But the thing is, like, we can debate strikers all day long. But the thing is, I think we kind of need to put that argument to bed closer to January. We can say, I said so, I told you guys, between now and January and see what happens. But we're wasting our time. They are not going to get a striker now until January 1st. Season started, fellas. We got to work with what we got.
If
we get an injury to Odegaard, that's what I think we're really fucked, to be honest.
I don't think he's not on the any injury list that I can see. So. Go ahead, Tony.
You know what? Yeah, when I talked about technically gifted players, Connor and Sad, they all said cap. Good. If it's cap, then no problem. How have we been using Martin Odegaard in this team? Have we used him optimally? Where has he played? The position he has been playing has been the position he has occupied for all the seasons he's been at Arsenal. Where else have we employed him? How technical is he? Come on, man. Let's don't do this. Someone put in Gabriel Jesus. Sad put in Gabriel Jesus. Okay, where is your Gabriel Jesus?
I don't think he's supposed to play
where are his games
ever again. I think he's like physically.
Where are his games? See, it's easy. It's easy to just type and just go on those Twitter fingers. But show me the numbers. I want to see the numbers. Where are the numbers? Where are all the technical guys you guys are saying we have? Connor. It's not just enough, for you to just be in the charts. You're supposed to be on the show. Pop into the show.
Drinking, bro. Face and tail. He's not worried about the American.
Show me where are the technically gifted players in this team.
I would completely disagree with you and say that Odegaard isn't technical or Trossard isn't technical or Saka isn't technical. Those are very technical players. And we have
how has it shown in the team? How has it shown in the team? What are the numbers? How can you call Gabriel?
Tony, look at last season, man, and we're 3 games into this season, and for 45 minutes we were down to 10 men. It took us a while last year, Tony, too, to kick into gear. And I'm going to sound like super positive about this, but I swear to God, we're going to once we get through. I'm telling you, once we get through City, the floodgates are opening up, and we're going to score like 4 or 5 on Ipswich. Watch, like we are going to dominate these teams. And it's gonna be painting over the cracks like we did last season. Like we've seen this movie before, but instead of it happening in January through March, it's happening fucking mid-September through October. Like that's what's gonna happen. Then people are gonna glaze them, and people are gonna say Odegaard's the best midfielder in the world, and all this shit because he assisted 3 against Ipswich away.
Where Tony's comparisons is, and we're -2. That's a good point, TJ, for sure. Once we get past some of the stuff and we play some of the looser teams, as you know, Tony, you'll see Odegaard open up those defenses more and more. But I think where Tony's point is why isn't Odegaard like KDB? Why is he like Frank Lampard, right? What is the difference between an Odegaard and a KDB and a Frank Lampard and a Cesc Fabregas,
Exactly.
right? Or even a Steven Gerrard or like a like who's the other guy they used to have there? Oh God. Anyway, I know I named some big names and I threw Odegaard in there, but Tony's point is clear. Like Odegaard doesn't have. He has the technical ability to whip the ball around his feet and so forth, but he's still missing parts of his game, and it's especially the physical side, the one-on-one battles, the captain battles, right? The picking this game up by the scruff of the neck and pushing us forward to get that last goal. We saw glimpses of that from Odegaard, right? But the problem, I think, what Tony's addressing is that it's never been consistent, right? He's great this game. He's good the next game, and then he's terrible.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
He's great, then he's great, and then he's terrible, right? But the issue is that you look at KDB, he had a dip last season in his fucking City career. A dip, and where is he now?
Because he was coming up. Because he was coming off an injury. If we're being real,
exactly. Frank Lampard had a small dip towards the end of his Chelsea career, but he already spent 9-10 years there as their top scoring midfielder in the history of the club. So how do we get Odegaard to be that guy, right? How do we get Odegaard to be our KDB, our Lampard, Stevie G, etc.? And I think Tony's part of it is that Odegaard does not have that in him. Right?
And that's why
I don't think he has. I think he has the skill. I don't think he has the mentality.
I think the mentality's growing. It's growing, but we got to remember KDB is also 29, almost 30 years old. He's about 6 years older than Odegaard. And that's a significant piece of experience, right? In world football, that's huge. I mean, that's several hundreds more games than KDB's played for than Odegaard is actually even been on a pitch, right? He didn't even play for Madrid. So with those contexts is that Odegaard will never be a KDB. Odegaard will have the flicks and tricks, but he will never have that mentality. He will never have that physical stature. And he may be able to loop balls in like KDB and Lampard could do, but he's never going to be that complete midfielder that you want, Tony. He's just not that player.
True. Where are the goals? KDB will give you goals.
Odegaard's 24. So now I'm talking
KDB will give you goals. KDB will unlock. Exactly. KDB will score you goals. KDB will unlock defenses. KDB will move left, right. See, he will even go to the final third and help you out down there. Yeah, he will get things done. That's what I mean by technical. He has a technical ability to unlock defenses. That's what he can do. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Sad is talking about Odegaard in this bracket. Gondowan, when you're talking about technical plays, that's what I'm talking about. And anyone here compare.
I'm just saying that Odegaard just ain't that guy.
In what alternative reality is Connor leaving?
That guy. He won't be that. He'll never be that guy, Tony. I'm not trying to put them together. I'm trying to make the comparisons of what we want compared to what we have, right? Odegaard will never be that solid guy, right? He's never going to be the one that wins all the 50-50 battles, that can push off defenders, right? You've seen it. He stays away. He pulls the ball backwards, right, with his foot on top of it.
Exactly, right? Man. We don't have that quality. We don't have that quality at all. We don't have that quality, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
It's different. I'm just saying the difference, Tony, from Odegaard to like KDB is not only the physicality, but Odegaard backs out of challenges, and those are problems. But he can still open the defense. We saw it many times the last couple seasons. He was rated one of the top midfielders. Not that I rate the people that are rating him, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding. He opened up several defenses over the last 2 seasons. But I understand what you're saying, Tony. He's just not that complete player that we need.
He's just not that guy.
He's just not that guy. And I agree with that.
Just not that guy.
He's just not going to be, or the Ronaldinho, like Nico says, Ronaldinho, KDB, he's not going to be in that Hall of Fame ever. Unless we win like 2 or 3 titles straight with him. And he's like the core reason why. Right? You can look at City and say, oh, KDB is the reason why. Aguero is the reason why. Foden last season was the reason why. Rodri last season, the season before, was the reason why. And I don't
Rodri
think
was
if
more the
we
reason
win a
why.
title, we won't look back on Odegaard and be like, you're the guy, unless he does some miraculous shit that he's not capable of doing. If we look back, we'll look at Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, Raya, etc., because they're strong players, right? They have stinkers once in a while, but overall, and I'm not going to say world class, but they're very, very up there. Saliba is on the edge to me of world class.
I agree.
I don't know what else you really can consider that. He had an incredible
I think we have a couple. I think we have a couple that are right on the edge. We have a couple that are right on the edge. Saka, I think, is right on the edge. Odegaard, if he could get a little bit more consistent, would be right on the edge.
There's
There's Declan Rice right on the edge if he's not putting in horrible tackles.
Declan
Rice? Oh my days, man!
You don't think Declan Rice is close to world class?
TJ, who's the weed dealer this evening?
Dude, I don't know. I haven't even gotten the weed out yet.
Declan Rice.
It'll be there soon.
Wait. I know Declan Rice is your boy.
Such a bad influence.
Come on, let's don't deceive ourselves. No, let's talk like Arsenal. See. No agendas. Yeah,
I got no agendas. This is what I believe.
No agendas. Yeah, no agendas.
Who in this chart?
Tony Claude Gunner is telling me no agendas.
Declan Rice is 105 million pound signing. Who? Anyone?
What?
It was the going. What are you, an owl?
TJ, I know he's your boy, yeah, but come on, man.
Bring him in.
Come on, man. He hasn't given us performances befitting of 105 million pounder. I'm sorry. I'm yet to see it.
Tony, last year when we were winning game after game after game and we were going on Sarcasm City, you were trying to sell me that he was a good 8. Like, so stop flip-flopping on this issue. Like,
no, it's not about flip-flop.
Stop doing that. Because now you're saying, oh, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. I've never said that he is a box-to-box. The way that Arteta plays him is stupid. He's a ball-winning midfielder, and that cannot pass the ball forward if it saved his life.
Bro, if you're 105 million pounder,
he is a 100 million pound 6. That is what I am willing to say, because that is number one, he's English, so there's the English tax. Number two, he is a European trophy winner on a very, very mediocre West Ham team.
It doesn't matter. We spent 105 million pounds for the guy.
Okay, would you rather not have brought him in? Would you rather not have brought him in?
It doesn't matter. What matters
is that would you have not brought him? Would you have rather not? Tony, answer the question. Tony, answer the question. Would you have not brought him in, or would you have rather brought him in?
No,
because at the time we were all dancing and we were all excited.
He is not putting in performances befitting of 105 million pounds.
I agree. Through three games, I agree.
Last season, last season was a
beast. The tail end of last season, he's looked drab. In the Euros, he's looked drab.
Euros, he's playing in his Southgate. When they put him in it. The way that Southgate played him was criminal, dude. Like, come on, the guy has never been a single.
So you're now moving from Mikel Arteta now to Southgate.
I am. I've always said this about Southgate. I've been extremely consistent about Southgate. Extremely. I think Southgate is a horrible manager, and so did England. So that's why he's not in the job anymore.
I don't think. Hey, I think the Euros thing. I think maybe that's a discussion. We let that go because it's over, right? We were there. It was the final. It was England, it's over. So let's not think about his Declan Rice's form then. Let's look at the last 3 games where it's everyone needs a kick up the ass. I mean, we're lucky we beat Villa, right? We beat Wolverhampton, lucky to beat Villa, and what am I on 4 games? What are we, third games, right? Brighton. Thank you. Losing, can't do my maths here. And Brighton, Brighton kicked the shit out of us all over the park. Go back and look at it. Look at how many yellow cards were missed. I mean, and besides the Declan Rice and João Pedro equality thing, I think João Pedro kicked the ball since it was already out of bounds or something. But beyond that, we had 4 to 6 clear chances where Kai Havertz and Saka could not fucking score. Right? They put it at the goalie's feet.
Josh.
That's all they had to do was put it at the goalie. They couldn't put it far post. They couldn't put it near post, but at the goalie's feet. Right? So those refs' decisions, we got to move on from. The Euros, the form of Declan Rice, we got to move on from that. He's moved on from that, right? He's moved on. He's not thinking about his performance in the Euros that they just got beaten a final with a shit manager. He's thinking about beating. He's pissed because he ain't playing against Tottenham this weekend. or next weekend.
Oh no, and
So,
he'll come back. He'll come
I-
back and cook against Man City. I'm positive about that.
Yeah,
I think he'll do well.
They will be better. And unfortunately, like last year, we came up 2 points short. But I admitted this a million times. There is progress from 8th to 8th to 5th to 2nd to 2nd. That is considered progress in the world of sport. Even though we didn't win anything, we came 2 points from it because Arteta had a brain fart against Villa. We could all agree that's the game we lost it. If we would have beat that Villa game last season, we'd be trophy winners. But we didn't. So the Euros wasn't the best, but the country made it to the final. Declan Rice could have been better, but he wasn't. We got to move on, guys.
No,
We
I
really
agree.
do.
I agree. Well, what
his form in the last 3 games has not been the best, and I will definitely agree to that for sure. Boom.
Well, no, I mean, and he was. Well, here's the thing, Dallas. He was already in card trouble going in. Like he had a yellow going into the match at Brighton, and then he puts in that shitty tackle before he got sent off. Like it's just something just hasn't been right. Something hasn't been right, and I'm hoping that he takes the time to correct it. Like he'll play against Atalanta away. So he'll be back. He'll be ready, and he'll be ready to cook because he'll be like you said, he will be pissed that he missed Tottenham. He will be upset about that. So
for sure, absolutely. But with the world class thing, Tony, my definition is someone that's in the national team consistently performs, and then someone that plays at top level but consistently performs. And I think you're right. Declan Rice has kind of wavered in and out of form when playing for the national team. But if he goes on and scores a goal in the next 3 national games, under the next 3 more caps, let's say he scores goals or has some fantastic assists, you've got to recognize that he's getting better, right? He may not be world class.
Zinchenko is in his national team. He offers a whole lot of stuff for them in the Ukrainian national team. Is the talisman.
Right.
Does that make him a world-class player? But again, we can get into these spaces, but we'll still get to a juncture where we have to agree. And the only fact where we can agree in this type of juncture is about their current form. Declan Rice isn't on form. I'm not saying he's not a great player. I'm not saying he isn't a good player. I'm just saying that something has happened. Something isn't clicking. Because when he came to the football club, we saw some scintillating performances. But again, it's gone drab. Something needs to happen immediately. And let's don't act as if, the manager, has been quite, totally on top of things. Right. Helping out these players in terms of their form. I just think they just need something to just, tune them up a little bit.
Maybe
let's see, man. I don't know. Maybe they need to go to Saudi Arabia this time and get some some Salt Bay, travel down to Saudi Arabia and help them out down there, and come back to the Arsenal and start firing on all cylinders again.
Right.
We need that. One more holiday.
Big up Bread Man. He says, what's your definition of world class? Erling Haaland is my definition of world class. KDB, trophy winners, serial winners.
Yeah.
We have players that are on the edge of being able to do that, in my opinion. But whether it's the manager, whether it's the form, whether it's the way the weather is going with it's raining, they may not show up. Big up Red Band for being here, and make sure you guys smash the likes, by the way. Smash the likes on both videos. Tony is live, I am live. Smash the like on both videos, people. Alexis Sanchez was world class, and then he went to United.
Like I said, my definition is it's because for me it's consistency. It's one thing to be picked for the national team, but if you're not doing anything, right, like Calvin Phillips, right, then you're not really world class. But if you're on the national team and let's say you're Saka, again, I'm not saying he's world class, but he's being consistent. He's scoring goals. There's some games he's the stinker and so forth, but overall, he's still the best right winger that England has. I mean, it's kind of a thing, but I guess my thing is consistency in the league and consistency at the national team level. That's recognizable, not just you're in the team wearing the shirt.
Yeah,
I agree with Bagav. I agree with Bagav. Shout out to Bagav down there, man.
Yeah, shout out.
True Gunner is also down here too. Big ups to True Gunner.
Big up Josh every time. But yeah, no, and I mean, I agree with you, Dal. I agree with this, the overall sentiment. It's just, I think it's it's something that gets talked about too much, especially with Premier League players, when no other team or Premier League player has won the Prem in 4 years other than Man City. So it's hard to say, oh yeah, like Ollie Watkins has the potential to be world class. You would say that at certain junctures last season when he was cooking for Aston Villa, but then he's put in a stinker every game this season. You know,
again, 3 weeks of football, you're getting back into it. So
again, like, and the only people that I would say, oh, like they're world class, but they haven't won a trophy. Like the only person that really comes to mind is Heung-min Son. Like that's really it. Like if anybody else can name me other players, especially in the big six, that you would define as world class, I would say, and outside of Man City, outside of Liverpool, take those out, because you could say, of course, Mohamed Salah is a world class player, you know, but Heung-min Son, he doesn't win trophies, but I would say that he is world class.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, and I don't like complimenting Spurs players. I don't, but he's too good. He's very, very good, and he has a shit team around him, which will play to our advantage in the North London Derby next weekend.
Yeah, see, like Lenny put up a good list there. See, world class to me, like that's legendary class.
No, these are legends
to me. Yeah, that's legendary. Like the world's game. When I think world class, I don't necessarily go to that level. Again, for me, it's just consistency. It's just someone who
exactly. That's the word. Oregon. Oh my God! This is why I like Oregon, man. The key word is
necessary levels. Yeah, George Best.
The key word is consistency.
Yeah, it's always
that's the key word. It's consistency. If you're consistent, in fact, that's the reason why TJ actually named Erling Haaland as the number one in terms of world class. That's where his mind went to immediately, because of the consistency. Forget the trophy, the consistency as a striker, because you know week in, week out, he's gonna give you goals. You know that.
Sure.
How many hat tricks does he have now this season already?
Two already.
It's consistent. It's a consistent.
7 goals in 3 games,
and he looks bigger. Like his shoulders are bigger.
He's stronger. He carries the team. If you need him to drop back deep a little bit to get the ball, you know, from bro.
Rodri's world class.
It can have muscle players. It can be a fox in the box if you want him to.
Dude, give him a little bit of space. That second goal this past weekend, where he just barely snuck by the guy and hammered it top bins. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, it's
you have to be kidding me, man.
It's like you tune in. I don't tune in to watch Man City to be Man City. Yeah.
I was going to say, Holland, you got to be like tuned in to score that kind of goal. Yeah.
Anyway, well, no. As a striker, but as a fan, if you're not watching this team, like you're missing history. It's like you're missing the 90s Bulls, man. That's what you're missing right now.
2012 Barcelona.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like
2011 was better.
Like you are literally watching greatness, and all you can do is just be like, I wish he played for us. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable.
60 million too. See, less than the 100 million for Gyökeres.
60 million. They had that agreed.
60,
they had that agreed.
Because they're paying them like 380 bags a week or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah,
but the thing is, like with Rodri, as Semble said, right now that's world class. That's current world class. He's done it at City. He does it for Spain, but he's not yet in that legendary class, which to me would be like the retirement class.
See ya, guys. Yeah. TJ, Oregon Gunner. Let's switch this up here.
Yeah, switch it up.
I saw something in training.
What's that?
Raheem Sterling. Oh my days.
Here we go.
Have you seen the footage? Oh my days.
Are we simping for Raheem Sterling because of a training video?
Have you seen the footage of Raheem Sterling constantly scoring goals in training? Guys, he's looking good. He's looking good. See, I mean, I'm not out here singing his praises. See,
You
I
literally
don't
are.
like
That's
Arsenal
exactly what you're
business
doing.
with Chelsea Football Club. Oh my days! Oh my
Yeah,
days!
look.
I mean, I saw those training videos, man. TJ, it
Bro,
doesn't
it's
matter.
training.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel
Training.
about it. But you know what? Yeah, I saw those
Tony,
videos in training, man. It looks sharper.
Tony, as
It
he
looks
walks,
like
does he walk
it
into
looks like a
Tony? Does he
beast.
walk into our attack?
And yeah.
Tony, does he walk into our attack?
Come here. See,
Look
I'm
at
not gonna
this.
sing his praise. I'm not gonna do the Oompa Loompa and do the Macarena.
Exactly what you're doing right now.
What you're doing right now.
Bro.
You're
No, I'm
twerking.
just
You're
telling
twerking
you,
like
Even
Deji
from,
does
like,
for Ange.
Chelsea.
That's what you're doing.
guys. The video. No, I'm just talking about the video. I'm just giving a critical appraisal of the
No, I know.
video.
We're with you, Tony. We're
Man.
with you, my brother.
Jesus Christ. I mean, guys, go check out the video. It's all over the
We
internet.
check the video out.
Oh
It's a
my days.
it's a training video, Tony. It's a propaganda film.
If we have that kind of Raheem Sterling come
Is it a
back,
secret video, Tony?
Like,
is
secret
beast
video?
mode fun? Oh
Tony,
my
Tony,
days.
Tony.
We
I'm gonna
might
ask
have
you
a
a question.
different
We're
story
going
to tell.
and remember, Tony. Remember, you're live on YouTube. This is gonna be on the internet.
No,
Does he-
I've not said he's the
does he-
greatest.
does
I'm
he
not
wa-
saying he's on form.
Does
I'm
he
just
walk
saying,
into the
I
starting
saw
11,
the
Tony?
videos and man, I'm impressed with
Tony!
those videos.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
Tony, I feel like
Keep
Dallas.
going.
If
Tony! Tony, does he walk into the starting 11?
No, wait.
Then what are we
Is this
talking
even a
about?
question?
Who cares?
No. Is this a
You
question?
don't have any answer for me, Claude.
And this is where I have a problem with TJ, because TJ is completely okay, yeah, to slag off Kai Havertz, yeah.
Totally,
But
I
he's
am.
our
Yeah.
highest goal scorer already this season.
So,
He surpassed what me and you thought he would score last season.
hey,
I know
Dal,
he's
how do you
just-
think? How do you
Do
think
we
Kai
have any-
Havertz
do
has
we
done
have
so far
any?
this
Do we have any striker who scored 2 goals? This is the
Havertz gonna do
problem.
this season? He's just scored 14
I mean, who
goals.
has scored 2 goals for us? Good, because we can go low if we want to really go low. If we want to go that low, I can go low. You guys know me; I can give the low blows too.
No.
Oh yeah, no, we know you.
Let's
Yeah,
throw that away. Let's throw
Tony's
that away.
scrappy. We're not throwing that away. We're not throwing. No, hold
You
on.
don't have the. You don't have the answers,
Do
DJ.
you have the answer?
You don't have the answers.
Tony, do you
You
have
You
the
don't
answer?
have the answers.
You don't have
DJ.
the answer either.
You don't have the answer.
Sorry, I gotta break it up. No, we're not Tony, whenever you get uncomfortable, you say, you know what, let's just sidestep that. No, we're not sidestepping this. We're not doing it. Tony, welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Does Raheem Sterling walk into the starting 11 of this club at any point in the season? At any
TJ, I
point.
was just giving you a background to it.
No, you asked me about Kai Havertz immediately
I was
after.
getting somewhere. I was getting somewhere. So I could give you
then get there. Then get there.
So I can give you a proper picture, because you've been slagging off Kai Havertz far too much for my liking. While someone down there, Gabriel Martinelli, isn't I mean, the kingship this guy's enjoying with you, TJ. TJ, I know you're not a fanboy because you don't look like a fanboy kind of guy to me. You know,
I'm not.
You do to me, you fucking fanboy.
You know, a different man. But, bro, what is this? What is this thing with Arsenal fans? Yeah, like just looking the other way when it comes to Gabriel Martinelli and the stinkers he's been dishing out since last season. I mean, Oregon Greener has been consistent about that.
We're talking about
but TJ, I don't know where he stands in this. You know, why won't Raheem Sterling walk straight into that team with the stinkers that Martinelli is dishing out week in, week out?
Tony, how often did Raheem Sterling start at Chelsea? How often did he start at Chelsea? Who is a shittier team, way shittier team than us. They're playing in Conference League by the skin of their teeth.
Right, but Chelsea's big time experimenting on youth, so I think that's why Sterling was in and out of there.
Sterling wasn't getting in over Mykhailo Mudryk.
Right, the form.
So now we've totally forgotten that Chelsea have gotten nearly up to 5 managers in about 2 years and 2 seasons. They've had up to about 5 managers. They've changed lots of. See, how many? How is that affected? How is that affected? Like Cole Palmer? How is that going to affect? I mean, it's
How's that gonna?
30, 40, the changes. What I'm just saying is that anyone that comes to Chelsea is doomed to fail. You're doomed to fail. You might
That's kind of
fail.
a little bit of a point.
There's a big
I can see it.
capacity and propensity for you to fail in that football club. That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
So Raheem Sterling failing in Chelsea isn't news at all. We have bigger players who have also failed in Chelsea Football Club. So if
Can I
he's
ask you a
coming to
question?
Arsenal, new lease of
Actually,
life,
I want to
under a
address.
manager,
I want to address what you were telling me. What you
under,
were saying.
under a
What I was
manager who he's
apparently.
played
What I
for
was
before.
apparently not saying about Martinelli. I said several times that I thought Martinelli needed to be dropped for Brighton. I said that several times. I thought that he looked lost against Aston Villa. The only time they mentioned his name against Aston Villa was when he put in that mediocre cross into Kai that Kai couldn't finish. Other than that, nobody talked about him. And I said Trossard needs to start against Brighton. But I also said that Trossard is not a starter. He's not consistent enough. So we need Martinelli to come in and actually get some form. I don't think that they brought in Raheem Sterling to challenge for a position on the left side. They brought him in for cover for freaking Bukayo Saka. That's it. That's it. I think, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. And people can say, you know what, TJ, we clipped that. You were 100% wrong. But I think that Raheem Sterling, if Kai Havertz falls off in the 9, Raheem Sterling will get a couple of kicks at 9. I guarantee it. Because this manager fucks with everything. So Tony, I'm not
scoring in training. He might put him in 9 position.
Tony, you gotta take those videos with a grain of salt. Like you're out here saying like everybody thought Hitler was great because Lenny Riefenstahl did a fucking great job. You know what I mean? Like, sorry to make that comparison, but they're putting compilations toger and he's the best thing in the world. Like he's not when he's actually shit. They're propaganda videos. I did not
say he's the best thing in the world. I've not said that. I just said something and it's implied because when you cut this clip, it's going to look like as if I said Raheem Sterling is this, is that. No, I've never said that. All I said is that I'm seeing his training videos playing for Arsenal and I'm impressed with what I've seen by him. I think he can replace Gabriel Martinelli, or at least give him a nudge because he's doing nothing down there. That's what I'm saying. He could literally come into this team and get us something. I'm not saying he's the best out there, but I mean, we're coming.
Right, but what we're saying, Tony, is
player who has been dishing out
people in the chat.
So
sorry to interrupt you, bro, but I guess what we're saying, Tony, is like, right, we got to see what he can do. I'm hoping we get the Sterling of the 7 years he spent at City, even though he had some pretty bad games, like all players do. I'm not expecting the 2 years Chelsea Sterling, right? I would love the 7 year Sterling. Because he was a decent player. He was good to great. Yeah, he misses chances. Name me a striker or winger who doesn't. So the thing is, we're debating, Tony, it sounded like earlier you were really gassed at watching these training videos, right? And I know you're playing along. I don't think you're that gassed about it. But again, if we go against Brighton and Sterling's getting kicked like we did all over the park, what's he going to do? And what's he going to do, Tony, when it's like 1-1 down at, up at Everton on a cold Monday night or something?
Arsenal screwed up in the transfer window.
I mean, it's like,
we're screwed up in the transfer window already.
Like another player that needs to have the perfect weather, that can't be sick, he can't have a knock for him to really perform. And that's not what we need, right? What we do need is, like TJ said, as cover for Saka. Right now, if he comes in as cover for Saka, I don't have much as an issue because I still believe two things about the left wing position at Arsenal. Number one, it doesn't matter who the manager is. The ethos at Arsenal is to find the next left wing / Thierry Henry. I think that is the goal of this club, and we will die on that sword to try and find literally the next Henry. We will go through player after player after player until we find someone who matches the quality of Thierry Henry, which of course we will never find. So I think that left wing position is very coveted, number one, right? Number two, he needs to bring him in to replace, to enhance the squad with a little bit of experience depth to come in for Saka. So if I see Raheem Sterling anywhere else than the right, I would know that he's basically that Arteta's favoring Raheem Sterling over Trossard Martinelli. If he plays anywhere other than right, or like
but again, we know Sterling is a technical kind of player. Sterling is a
see how
technical kind of player.
he
You
is.
can't say anything about his form, but he's a technical kind of player. He doesn't just
Right.
play on the right. You could employ him in
But
the
there's
left-hand
times,
side. He
Tony,
could
where
give
he
you a
can
decent
pass
shift.
the ball.
You
Tony, there's
know,
times where
he
he can
can
pass
play
the
behind
ball.
the striker. He can give you a
In,
decent shift.
in the
I've
National
seen
League
him play
setup,
in
Tony,
multiple positions,
he
and he
can't
can
pass the
put
ball.
in a shift. Let's just
We'll
see
see if
him
he
on an
passes the
Arsenal
ball.
shirt before we judge him.
Tony, we'll see if he passes the ball, bro. Right. We can't only judge him in an Arsenal shirt. Right. I agree that. But there's many clips out there, like our friend Vader would say, or even our friends from Liverpool and Chelsea would say,
Big up
that, hey, this guy
Vader.
can't
Vader's
pass
in
a
the
ball.
house.
This guy will pass up a through ball to shoot it at the keeper, or to put it wide, or to put it above the goal, or hit the crossbar, etc. There's times we've seen it in the national team. He does not make that final killer pass because he'd rather dribble it like this and try,
Does
try working
Martinelli
those
give that
edges.
killer
But
pass?
that shit ain't gonna work,
Does
bro.
Martinelli give that killer pass? Does he? Wait, Oregon
No.
Gunner. Does he even look up to even
I
pass
admit,
the ball?
no. I'm not
Oregon,
say Martinelli
me and
does
you
or
have a
would bring
show
that
together.
killer
Let's
pass.
don't act as if me and you don't have a
No,
show
but-
together.
but-
We have a
but-
show together where we'll
but
talk
the
about
thing
this
is,
week
if
in,
you
week
think
out.
Sterling
I hear
should
what
do
you
anything
say.
different.
Does he
One
raise
at a
his
time.
head
One at a
up
time. You
to
guys are talking
even
over
cross
each
the
Sterling to
ball?
bring something different.
Then what
Tony,
are we
hold on a
talking
second,
about
bro.
here? I mean,
No, we agree about
he
Martinelli.
can't cross the ball. He can't pass the ball. He can't even look at the ball that he's
He's
playing.
looking at the ball. That's
Martinelli,
the
he
point.
doesn't even look at the
He's
ball.
looking down at the ball.
What
And
is
that's
this?
the problem we have.
I mean,
But my point is,
see-
Tony, what if he comes in and he just doesn't perform? But it's not much
then
of a
let's
crack
wait.
because we're only paying
We've
100
seen
grand a week
Martinelli.
for him.
He's not performing, and I'm not a fanboy, so I'm not going to cover it up.
Right.
So let's wait. Let's see what Sterling
Right.
has to offer. That's all I'm saying. And
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
no loyalties
Greatness is
to
greatness.
Gabriel Martinelli. No loyalties. I'm not a fanboy of his. I have no loyalty for Gabriel Martinelli. He hasn't won us any trophies, so there is no loyalty for this guy. He's performing badly. Lots of stinkers since last season. I mean, 2 seasons ago, he had about 15 goals all season.
2
Last
seasons ago,
season, how
50
many
goals.
goals?
It's
With
6 or 6
drab
or 7.
behavior. I mean, it's shocking, man. It's
Right,
not
but he
good
also
enough.
had Kai Havertz as left mid, and he had Zinchenko left. He
It's
had no
not good enough.
support.
No, Kai Havertz he surpassed
Yeah,
what we thought he would do. I thought he was only going to score
Right.
3 goals. It's that bad. At least he got 12 goals. Good. He still helped out the team to still get some certain kind of assist or whatever. Good and okay. I'm not saying it's good enough. I'm not saying it's the best.
Right.
But I'm saying we
Right.
have other team members that have dished out stinkers in that team, and it's stinking the whole place
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's why we haven't won shit in 21 years.
All right. We gotta welcome.
I agree with you, Tony.
We gotta
Big up,
welcome
Del Boy.
the legend back. Del Boy, it's been too long, my friend. How are you, my friend? You good?
All good, mate. All good. What's the story? How are you doing? What's the crack? What's the bleeding story?
The big story is we're not winning anything.
Been too long, gents. How are you guys? Look, come here. I've been hiding for a while and doing my own thing and stuff like that. But yeah, look, I'm back at it now, and I've been kicked out of me bar at the minute. So that's why I'm here. And I've been kicked out by my 17-year-old daughter. She's having a bit of an party in the house. So that's why I'm in these settings here at the minute.
Well, no, that's when you go upstairs and talk footy with your friends. That's all that matters, bro. That's all that matters. So I've been it's been a while since me and Del Boy. I realize it's been almost a year since we've been on together, which is way too long. Dude, it has been. It's way too long. The last time I messaged you on Instagram was like a year ago. So that is my bad. Number two, I got to know what you think about the transfer window, us heading into the international break, and then heading out against, obviously, we got to play Tottenham away, Atalanta away, and Man City away right away. How are you liking our chances, especially given the news today? We lost Calafiori. We lost Declan Rice to a red card, so we're not going to see him against Tottenham. Like, are you – tell me how you're feeling in general.
Before even these injuries and suspensions, I was nervous, right? And I manage an under 13s boys side, okay? Now, I thought 15, 16 players in my squad is enough because maybe to be 1 or 2 players injured or they can't make it and stuff like that. And then I have 14. So that means I have 3 players on the bench. Okay. We had a game on Wednesday night, and I was lost in the midfield. I was just there going, okay, this substitute can't come in here and play in the midfield, and well, he can't play. And then I was there, oh my fucking God, I'm very short. And I start panicking. And I'm still sort of panicking. And I'm an under 13s fucking manager. Okay? This is the fucking thing. Okay? So if I'm the manager of a club that's after spending 100 or 750 or 800 million fucking euro, Calafiore's out, Declan Rice is out, and you've nothing in that midfield area.
Yeah. Marino, who we were supposed to be bringing in, is out.
Yeah. I'm starting to really, really panic, and I'm starting to question my job. But I need to turn around and say, okay, let's not give Arteta that much stick. Okay, let's talk about Edu. Okay, he's the one who puts the players on the pitch. He's the one who puts the players in the squad for Arteta. Do we have to question his sporting director and cigar blowing, barbecue frying eggs? Do we have to come there? Yes, we do.
Yeah,
because he's the one. Okay, this is the way we're at. Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah.
Who are their replacements? I know they were shit and they need to go out, but you need to replace them. Because you can't give Arteta the tools and just go, okay, we're going to get rid of these 3 players. And if I'm Arteta, I'm going, well, who are we going to get in here?
Yeah.
Sterling, who you did not want and came available at the last minute. And by the way, I'll come to Sterling now in a few minutes, but like, who are the replacements for Reece Nelson? For Smith Rowe?
Nketiah.
Like, who are there? Like, we were already short at the start of the window for the striker.
Right.
I want a striker. If I'm challenging for a league, I want a striker 15 plus fucking goals a season. It's the end. I don't want anything less.
Right.
I understand. You get Eddie out of the fucking... Get him the fuck out of me club. He's fucking useless. Useless. And he's been fucking given the number 14 fucking jersey, 5 fucking million sterling pound in his bank account to sign a fucking contract for the club I've been supporting since 1980 fucking 9. 5 fucking million plus 150 fucking thousand a week, and this fucker scores 6 goals in 50 fucking million games. Ask my bollocks. And I'm sorry for cursing on your show, but that's the way I feel about that. Okay, so you got rid of him. Where's the replacement?
The like for like.
I'll tell you now what Arsenal should have done. Okay, and this is what they should have done. And I'm going to put on my Irish jersey, and I'm going to put on my Irish heart and my Irish everything like this. Evan Ferguson. I'm going to say it again. Evan Ferguson. Okay? I manage the team who he came from, St. Kevin's. St. Kevin's have produced one of the best players to ever put on an Arsenal jersey in the man called Liam Chippy Brady. You ask Jez Collins about Liam Chippy Brady. He will say to you, he's probably one of the best Arsenal players ever. And tell him Del Boy said that, because I'm sure that Jez will agree with you. He's one of the best. He's probably in the top 5 ever to put the jersey on. Okay? That's the club that I represent.
Yes.
Right? That's the club I represent. Evan Ferguson right? And this is, I know the story all about this, right? Because I know him and I know his manager. And this is me being an exclusive on TJ's channel.
Hell yeah. We only got exclusives here, baby.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Exactly. And let's go with it, right? Evan Ferguson, right, lives in Brighton, okay? He plays for Brighton. And people said he got injured last season. Before he got injured, okay? And McAllister, World Cup winner, played for Brighton, okay? Evan Ferguson played for Brighton. The way the McAllister played was through the middle, laid the ball on for Evan Ferguson. Evan Ferguson was like Harry Kane. Just took the ball and just took it into the top of the corner. It was rolled onto his feet and he just kicks it in. That's all he was doing. Alan Shearer says he was the closest player he has ever seen to be an Alan Shearer. That's what Alan Shearer, the player who has scored the most goals in the Premier League ever, has said that about Evan Ferguson. All right? Evan Ferguson, McAllister got sold. Okay? Brighton were all over the place for last season. Evan Ferguson gets injured and everyone forgets about him because he's not fashionable at the minute.
Right.
Okay? This summer, about 3 weeks ago, okay, Man City were looking to get Evan Ferguson. Fact. Del Boy can tell you that because I know Evan's old manager, Carl. This is facts. Carl was Evan's manager for St. Kevin's, okay? And he told me Man City are in for him. For a loan deal with an obligation to buy for 70 million. Fact. Okay, these are facts I'm telling you now. I know this. Okay? Arsenal were given the option as well to sign Evan Ferguson and say, do you want him? Arsenal said no.
Yep.
Okay? He's 19 years of age. 19 years of age. If he has the support like Arsenal will have with Odegaard, Declan Rice, okay, Saka, Trossard, everything feeding him in, he will be the best. I'm not saying the best player. I'm not saying that, but he will be a really good player that will get you 15 plus goals a season. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm coming with solutions here because everyone just goes, oh, who's going to get you the 15 plus goals a season? I'm after giving it to you there. All right. England are playing Ireland tomorrow. I'm going to the game, just so you know. If someone runs onto the pitch and punches Harry Kane in the face, it will be me. All right. I'm only messing. I won't do that. But
it's gonna be pretty hostile. It's gonna be a pretty hostile environment for players, though.
As much as you can.
If I had a criminal record, I probably would do it. But I don't. But you know. But I'm just saying. No, just watch the space. That's all I'm saying. He's only 18, 19 years of age. And people go to me, oh, like I've had comments and comments and comments. Oh, all you do is you're negative, you're this, you're that. I'm coming with solutions here. That's all I'm saying is an 18, 19-year-old young fella solution. He will get Arsenal 15, 16 goals a season. But whatever.
But it's not fashionable. Your big point is that he's just not a fashionable name. And that, sorry to cut you off, Boy, but that's sort of the debate Tony and I got into a little bit earlier about Gyökeres for 100 million. Like Evan Ferguson for 70 million to me is a lot of money, but that's the going rate. Well, so would I rather take a punt on Evan Ferguson, who does have Premier League experience, even though he's got that injury, and it is at Brighton, which we don't consider a top 6 or 8 team. For 70 mil, that's a lot, but for 45 mil, I'd take a punt on it all day. But 100 mil for Gyökeres, I'm sorry, I don't see it. Even though like Tony's defense is he's scoring goals in the league, and I get that, but I think, Tony, after listening to Del Boy, wouldn't you you see where I'm coming from now, right?
But that even, sorry, just before you come in, Tony, sure. Like Eddie Nketiah, 30 million. 6 goals in 580 million games.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah, so 70 million is not so bad with someone who's like Lenny says, his grandfather and granddad played at Blackburn.
You will have a sell-on fee there because he's 18, 19 years of age. You know what I mean? Like, let's say if you did buy him for 70 million, you'd probably get 35 million off Brighton or Brentford or fucking whatever. Like,
4 years down the road or so. Yeah. I mean, so what do you think of that, Tony? When you think of like Evan Ferguson, I'm sure that's not a name that pops up in your head. He doesn't have the Gyökeres fame.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Del Boy, how many goals has Ferguson got in the past 3 seasons?
Well,
I'm gonna look that up.
he only got, I think it was 10 goals. No, 10 goals, I think. In his now he broke into the Brighton squad in like January or something like that, and he got about 10 goals between January and May. Then it came around to the new season, which was last season. He scored a hat trick against Newcastle, which Newcastle are a good team. He scored a hat trick against them.
Yep.
Then I think he scored 1 or 2 more after that. Then he got injured, and it kept him out for the whole of last season, basically. So probably about from November last season, he got injured all the way, and he's only back now. And he for selection tomorrow, Ireland against England. So he's only back now, and that's basically the way his career has gone.
Has gone. Good.
Yeah. Staffy. Nobody cares that he's a United fan. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, he's right. Yeah. But hold on, Staffy. Can I just go there? Liam Brady, Chippy Brady. Liam Brady lives in Brighton. So does Evan Ferguson, clearly, because he plays there. Evan Ferguson bought an apartment there for something like 2 million or something like that. So it's a gorgeous apartment. And once a month, him and Chippy Brady meet up for a coffee in Brighton. So there you go. There's your mentor. Like, you know what I mean? That's all I'd say. But yeah, you're the fact. You are right. He is a Man United supporter. But with Liam Brady on your shoulder, anything can happen. Why would you go to Man United at this stage, by the way?
Exactly. And to Del Boy's point, this is a pretty good return. I'm not gonna lie. It's no Eddie Nketiah numbers, but it's a pretty good return. Out of 19 appearances, Evan Ferguson has 6 goals and 2 assists. That's pretty good.
That's what I wanted to bring up before TJ cut me up. Yeah, I was talking about it before you cut me up, but you don't have the answers.
Do you have the answer?
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Del Boy, he's only scored 12 goals in 2 seasons. Yeah. In the 2022, I think 2021, 2022 season, 0 goals. Probably maybe he was injured at the time. Of course, in the under 21, he scored about probably maybe 5-6 goals or so in the under 21. But see, great lad. I like the guy. Great lad. But again, Del Boy, you're a seasoned Arsenal fan. Aren't you tired of Arsenal going and getting all those makeshift strikers, young, and they come down there and then they, Ala Diarra, you remember that guy, Ala Diarra, that came from France, young dude, ready to go, with all the poise and fire in him, and you saw what happened to him.
But did you listen to Del Boy say that he knows
Shamak grace this carpet? We saw what happened. This whole young strikers. What I want to see is a goal beast. How about that? An Ivan Toney. I pitched Victor Gyökeres, to our brother Oragunguna. See, Del Boy, when you've supported this club for such a long time, you've been through the scrubs, through the bad times, and you've seen it all. I know Evan Ferguson is probably maybe someone close to your heart, but I don't think he'll cut it at Arsenal. I'm sorry, man. Not with those numbers. Not with those numbers. The numbers doesn't give me the history of someone that's gonna kick off at Arsenal. He might be a great lad, don't get me wrong. I like the way he follows through. He's a fast-paced kind of player, young and hungry. But again, I can only go by what he is put it in
As
the
goal
back of the
replacement.
net as a striker. And it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
12
no,
goals.
I agree with
That's
you.
a
Look,
Kai
come here,
Havertz number.
Tony, I'm coming with love with you, mate. Like, you know, I agree with you. Like, you know, and he is young, but like we're giving 5 million to Eddie Nketiah to sign a contract for my club Arsenal, who you says I've been through the fucking mill. I've been supporting them since 1989, 88, 89. Like, you know, so I've seen it. So 5 million to sign for my club, and I'm just talking about me here. I'm not talking about anyone on the panel or anything like that. Okay, so if you're there looking at Eddie Nketiah getting, no, here I'm gonna even skip this because it's fucking winding me up. I'm not saying Evan Ferguson is the answer.
Okay.
I think the answer, if you want a quick solution, Ollie Watkins, I want him there. He's an Arsenal supporter. He's playing for Villa. You know what I mean? He'll get you goals. I think he'll get you 15 plus goals a season.
Oh, easily.
And,
Yeah.
and yeah, do you know, and I'm just sort of like saying 15 goals, but let's think of the future as well. If we're spending a lot of money on these fucking, like, you know, Moreno, good player, great player. I'm delighted we've signed him. I'm not saying I'm not delighted we've signed him, but Calafiore, 45 million. No one knew him this time last year. No person knew him on this panel.
Exactly.
I didn't fucking know him. So
Nobody
don't
knew.
come to me and go,
Nobody knew him.
oh, let's pay 45 million for him. Ask me balls. I'm after watching the game. He's fucking playing here. He went off because someone pulled his fucking gi or something like that. And what I mean by gi is a pussy. But you know what I mean? This is the way it fucking is. And he's gone off with a fanny hair pinch. Oh my God, me pussy sore. I'm going to go down injured. You know what I mean? This is the fucking thing.
Right. But Evan Ferguson, right.
Sorry,
keep
back
going.
to Evans Ferguson. But I'm just saying,
dying,
for the
I'm
future,
dying,
Dal, I'm sorry, Tony. But
No, it's okay. Yeah, of course, I really get you, man. Of course, I get your argument, my brother. Man. I get that argument.
Like
it's just that at this time we have to go with the numbers. We have to go with the numbers because we have to have quality than what we already have. I mean, we just see. You knew what it took us to actually let Eddie Nketiah get out of this. Del boy, come on, man.
Tony,
Come on, Del boy. You knew what it took to get that lad out of our books.
Because he's scoring goals in the
TJ danced the Macarena live when Eddie Nketiah left this football club.
I did. I actually did.
I mean,
I fucking did.
Del
So
boy, I don't think we should be getting, dabbling our hands into an unknown territory, with strikers that don't have the history.
But we're doing that already. That's his point, Tony. We're doing that with Calafiore already. Like we keep punting 45, 50.
No. But Calafiore, no. Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect what he did for Bologna. Bologna is in the Champions League for a reason. I'm not saying I knew the guy or I'm saying that the guy is good, but at least he has shown to an extent what he can do at Bologna.
His point is that we spent 45 mil on a no-name left defender, right? When we need a striker, number one.
Saliba was lesser known than Calafiore before he came into the football club.
That's not true because he was the French national team before Calafiore was.
No. He wasn't really known like that. Arsenal nearly loaned him out.
Arsenal did loan him out
immediately. I think we loaned him out twice actually, when he came.
I know all the history, but what I'm saying is when it comes to what Del Boy's point is that if we're going to spend 45 mil on a no-name, especially a position we really didn't need, then we need to look at players such as Evan Ferguson in the 60 to 70 mil bracket for the striker position. Number one is Arsenal. In my thought, maybe I'm wrong. I think Del Boy would agree, and TJ and probably you too, Tony. I hope that we are not going to spend 100 mil on a striker. Like that's just not going to happen. But we will spend 50 or 60 mil in that category because there's a better return. This is my point, Tony. We spent 100 mil on Gyökeres. He gets you 7 goals. Then what?
You don't know.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have the answers for that. We're not God.
14 goals.
We're not God. We don't have the answers.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
Gyökeres is a beast in Europe right now. He scored 8 goals and 5 assists in September alone. Who are we not to desire such a striker?
But when it comes to
Who are we?
but when the rubber hits the road, Tony, when it comes to Arsenal, when the rubber hits the road, we will not pull the trigger on that player. And I don't think we should for that much money, because if Evan Ferguson can cost half that, already 2.5 years of Prem experience, and not to say that Gyökeres's experience in the Portuguese is any less, but it is. You're not, again, is Gyökeres going to get through a rainy day at Brighton when we're getting kicked all over the park? I'm not so sure. Evan Ferguson is from Ireland. He's used to getting kicked all over the park, right? So there's a certain difference.
I would be willing to take a flyer.
You know what? Yeah, see, Oregon Gunner.
Gyökeres does is my point.
Oregon Gunner. If we go for that signing, yeah, it's gonna bite us on the foot, and I know why I'm saying that, because all of us down here, all 4 panelists down here, you know, we dish out criticisms, lots of criticisms. All of us, we do it. Sure. Me, Del Boy, Oregon Gunner, TJ, come on, man. What are you talking about here? But see, this is the thing. It goes 2 ways, not just one way. It's not a one-way street. If we are advocating for a Ferguson and his numbers are down the toilet right now, and as
aren't in the toilet
right now are down the toilet.
He's injured.
Before
he got injured, his numbers were great.
What was the basis for spending £70 million on this guy? What would we say?
Tony, why did we spend 5 million? Tony, why did we give 5 million to Eddie Nketiah to sign on the contract? Give him the number 14 jersey. Who I remember, sorry, Tony, who I remember signed for Arsenal as a left winger. Arsene Wenger turned him into a striker, and he became one of the best players ever to put a fucking Arsenal jersey on. And we're giving them 5 million plus 150 grand a fucking week to play. This is Eddie Nketiah. So how much have we spent on Eddie Nketiah? This is my point. Tony.
Tony, let him finish.
Because at 14 years of age, right, this is what happened to Evan Ferguson. This is facts, I know, because I know him. At 14 years of age, he came onto a field against Chelsea in a pre-season game. He ripped Rudiger a new one. Rudiger has a Champions League medal for Real Madrid. Evan Ferguson still has him in his pocket. And I'm not messing with you. And you're just there after Googling the facts and shit like that. I'm not Googling. I'm just sitting here. And I'm telling you, he was injured for the whole season last season. That's it. Just before he got injured, he scored a hat-trick against Newcastle. Alan Shearer. I'll go by what Alan Shearer, the most goal-scoring player of the Premiership ever. You can Google that if you want. That's fact. He says he's the nearest thing to Alan Shearer / Harry Kane ever. That's the way he is. He's power. He's big. He's strong. He's about 6'5". That's the way he is. Yeah, that's what.
What was his injury though? What was his injury about?
I'm not sure.
I can look it up. Looks ankle injury. I mean, that's like that's a serious. I mean, he's been out for 150 days. But no, here's the thing though, is that, and this is something, and I don't want to interrupt you, Delby. I'll let you go, but this is just kind of my thought on it, if I can get it in just real quick, is if somebody can give you that return for that many games played in the Premier League, I think what was it? It was like a 15G, or sorry, 1 second. Let me look at it one more time. If you're looking at a guy that can give you 50% GA return in his game in games that he gives appearances, that's worth taking a flyer on. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Premier League proven strikers are what we should be going for. We should not be taking flyers on people from the Portuguese league, from the Italian league, from the freaking Spanish league.
For 100 mil.
For
100 mil. I mean, I don't mind someone 30 mil. Go ahead, TJ.
Well, no. I hear you on that. I hear you on that, Tal. I hear you on that, Tal. But we're bigging up these players that have not played meaningful games outside of the Portuguese league. We're paying 35 million, and then we end up loaning them back. Like that's what I'm saying, is that we need to stop taking on projects from leagues outside of England. Like, go and get proven players that can get you at least 10 to 15, instead of bigging up a German striker that everybody built a cult of personality around. Like, that's not his natural position. Like, so let's stop doing this, is all I'm saying. Is like, I hear what Del Boy is saying about Evan Ferguson, and I agree. Like, he's not gonna be 100 million. He's Irish. He's an international. He's young.
No, because of the name.
Yeah,
there's a lot of name and PR too, Tony, and I didn't get into that. I really know these top names because they're,
putting out compilations.
Yeah, I mean,
well, guys, we have to think about, like, who else wanted him. And I'm just saying to you, Man City wanted him in this window. I'm not joking here. This is what I've heard. And the media have actually said it as well. So Pep Guardiola wants this guy as well. So if Pep Guardiola wants this guy, I want him at our club. That's all I'm saying, guys. I have to shoot here.
We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up here in a minute. I think we're gonna wrap up anyway, because I gotta get going as well. But big up, Del Boy. Shout yourself out, my man. Thank you so much for hopping on. It's a pleasure seeing you. We got to get you back on. Maybe 100%. Maybe we do another. We need to do a show. We need to do an Irish show. We just need to get Del Boy, and we need to get Kyle Walsh back on, and just have a vent session.
Another great Irishman.
Yes, 100%. Come here. I'm going to the Ireland-England game tomorrow. I got tickets. That's why they call me Del Boy. Got these tickets and stuff like that. So have to go to this. When Evan Ferguson scores a hat-trick, I'm going running on the pitch, and I'm going to have a Tony Claude Gunner TV over there. Sign him now.
Sign him now. Booker at 16 out of 10.
But big up, Del Boy. Yeah, everybody go subscribe to Del Boy Gunner TV, by the way. And if we're talking about channels that gave me my start and gave me a platform when I first started, we're talking about, of course, Arsenal history and more, and of course, Del Boy Gunner TV right down here. So thank you every single time, Del Boy.
Absolutely. No, come here. Look, we have to do more, TJ. And come here, drop me a link, and Dal as well, and Tony as well. Absolutely, no problem at all. I'm going to be hitting it up a bit harder. I've took a fucking break for a while, but I'm back on it now, and I think I'm about 10, 12 or something like that away from 1,000 subs. But yeah, lads, look, come here, drop me a link and stuff like that, and we'll get back chatting. All right?
Absolutely. Big up Del Boy.
Take care, guys. All the best.
Stay blessed. Tony, shout yourself out, my man. I'll see you on Wednesday, but obviously shout yourself out.
TJ. See ya, guys, yeah. Get me the clip of TJ saying we need Ivan Ferguson. I mean, TJ, you shot yourself on the foot.
I didn't shoot myself in the foot. What are you talking about? I agree. I agreed with what Del Boy was saying. He has good return.
I agree with what you. Oh, TJ.
Oh, what? Am I not allowed to say that I agree with somebody?
Oh, don't do this, man. Don't do this. We out here, like, what is the need? I know we're closing here, but TJ, what is the need of us being here when we're talking about we need a striker to come and win us the league? TJ, we need a striker to win us the league. We don't need no more experiments. We need to win the league. I mean, Oregon gets this because I do shows with him, so I know he gets it.
Understand TJ, as well,
TJ. We need a striker to come and hand us the league title
for the right price. For the right price, I'd take it.
Screaming for a striker, but Man City have a striker, a beast, who will give them even 60 goals in a seat. Okay, I'm not talking again because TJ will want me to shut my mouth up right now. You know what?
You can keep going. I didn't say that at all.
No. Let's go get Ivan Ferguson. While Man City smile to the bank to another, heroic Premiership title.
If they do that, it's not going to be because we signed Evan Ferguson. Come on, Tony, stop being.
I think, like Del Boy said at the beginning of this conversation, this was all really hypotheticals. Like, he knows the kid, he knows his family.
Yeah, it's a solution. I get that.
Comparison was this.
No, but it's TJ's reaction. It's TJ's reaction.
Because
It was
I think it's
TJ's
amazing.
reaction for me. It was
Tony, I
amazing.
react. Tony, whenever you say something, I react like that. Let's be real.
It was like, I mean, this brother has been talking about strikers, killer strikers. He's been talking about, Ivan Tony's, TJ, and
Yeah,
talking
right,
about
we
TJ.
have.
And suddenly, right now, Delboy comes up with Ferguson. I know where Delboy is coming from anyway, but the way TJ just sucked up to that hook, line, and sinker, with the emotional cherry on top of it. Oh my day. Oh,
Oh,
damn.
man.
I'm just gonna, you know what, Tony?
American
You know what, Tony?
Idiot
I'm just
Show.
gonna,
Guys,
you
I'm
know what?
here.
I'm just gonna
I'm
let
here.
that. I'm just gonna let that slide. Tony, shut yourself out, my friend. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, man. See ya,
confused.
guys. Yeah, I just took shots at TJ. It's just all for jokes. It's just clownish, no problems. I
No
respect
issues.
his
There's
take.
literally no
Everyone
issues.
knows I respect
We'll be on
TJ.
on Wednesday, and we can yell at each other again. Not a big deal.
Definitely, brother. And of course, my brother Oregon Gunner. Oregon Gunner, it's always amazing. Every time I spend down here to sit down with you and talk,
Amazing.
it's amazing for me, man. Big ups to you, man. Big brother. I love you
Big up.
to the core. TJ, thanks for giving me an opportunity and lifting the ban on me.
The
On
band's back
American
on, bro. You're out of
Show.
here.
Oh shit. Only because you want to spend so
Yeah,
much money.
guys, yeah, smash the likes on this
water.
channel, yeah. Keep following TJ's channel, yeah. TJ Warren TV. This is a great channel. See what is dishing out for you. Just brought you Dale Boy or a Gungunner down here. You just have to keep being here. This TJ, this is what he does. He does this. And see ya, guys. You can also join me on Tony Claude Gunner TV. See ya, guys. Yeah, I'm an open book. I like to follow everything the way I see it. If you play well for this football club, I dish it out for you. Good and okay. If you play badly, you get the whip. That's just me. Special value. See you guys. Join me at Tony Claude Gunner TV, and let's do justice to what Arsenal is doing to us. The joys, we'll enjoy it. The losses, we'll flog them harder. So just come join my channel. Subscribe to the channel. And me and TJ have a show at Sarcasm TV. Join us for that one, to be streaming on his channel, to be streaming on my own channel, streaming on Sarcasm TV. Also, great show. And TJ, the numbers are going up. On our show at Sarcasm TV. That's a very, very good one, because me, TJ, are putting in the work on that show, and I'm very happy. For the numbers that we're getting down there. And Oregon Gunner, my show with him, big up to you, Oregon Gunner. From me, I'm out of here, man. Big up to everyone. And thank you for the chat. Yeah, the chat. Big up to you guys. You guys are the real heroes.
Big up every single time. Big up every single time. Tony Claude Gunner TV. His link will be in the description, people. So make sure that you go and chat him and subscribe if you have not already. Dal, before you answer, predictions for U.S. Canada tomorrow.
Canada 4, US 1.
Shut yourself out, bro.
I didn't know they were playing. 4-1. Shout out Canada. Yeah, thanks for another great show today, and thanks for joining us, Tony. It's adventurous as always. I'm glad we got to chop it up, and shout out Del Boy for helping on for the last half hour or so. Better late than never, but great show today, guys. I think we covered a lot of ground today. I don't know if we really got anywhere, but it was a lot of fun. Kind of circle around.
Do we ever really get anywhere? Do we ever really get anywhere?
That's the whole thing, right? You never get anywhere. Everyone shares their opinions and their thoughts and so forth, and that's what's great. We have our different ways that we want, this club to win with different players. So that's the way it goes. But everybody else, enjoy your Friday. It's 11 p.m. Get the beers in, get some sleep, and let's go England. I think my prediction for England-Ireland is probably going to be like 3-0.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-0 England. Yeah, so
like AFC always. I hope Stelling hasn't fractured his arm.
There's no way that's true. I looked it up. I didn't see anything about it. Big up AFC always, though.
Show on it, Tony. Anyway, thanks, chat.
All right, big up everybody. And by the way, and my prediction for US Canada tomorrow is a 1-1 stinker. It's gonna stink, which is why I'm not going to it. It's in Kansas City, and I'm not going to it. But anyway, it is what it is. Big up everybody. Thank you so much for joining. If you like the show, comment and like. If you didn't like the show, comment and like. Don't be a dick. We're bringing that back every single time. Leave the comments, leave the subscriptions. We are on the road to 1,400 here. So make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will be live next with Staffy on American Waffle on Staffy TV. So go, he was in the chat earlier. So go over there and make sure that you subscribe to him. And then, of course, I will be live with Tony and Flawless during our normal Wednesday show over on Sarcasm City TV late at night. I believe that's midnight. No, that's 11 p.m. UK, 11:30 p.m. UK. And then actually I forgot. Tuesday I'm going to be doing the late show. Late show. Because I have another show on United Spurs of America where me and my brother in arms Northside will be going toe to toe, face to face with Jacob from United Spurs of America. And you know him, you love him, maybe you hate him, Deji Spurs.
My God, World War III.
It's gonna be World War III. so Arsenal versus Spurs, it's coming up. Obviously, there will be a lot of shows that are gonna come up last minute. So make sure that you are on the community tab and hit the subscribe and notification bell. We are going to redirect you to Vader Games TV, a friend of the channel. Go over there, say TJ Warren TV raid, and until next time.
You don't have the answers, DJ.
Do you have the answers?
You don't have the answers.
Tony, do you have the answers?